What a beautiful day to prog. Just gonna kill these Sharkos real quick. Get some luck, get some EXP. Yo, we got everything, yeah. It's going good. Today's been a good day. So I'm just gonna go back, gonna heal real quick. Are you kidding? You cannot be serious right now, bro. They're not ganking me. Let's go have a nice prog. Just a nice, uneven. What the f— In verse 1, progression was one of those boring and hardest things to complete in Deepwoken. Back then, powers went by 5 points per level, equaling out to 60 levels to be maxed. In today's video, I will be going over what truly made verse 1 progression what it was. First, I will be talking about the origins. In true verse 1 fashion, before Trial of 1, there were only 2 origins: Isle of Vigils and Etria. Etria was by far the best place to spawn out of the two, because of the availability of items that you were able to purchase. The style of progression was much more difficult in verse 1. Due to the fact that you needed 60 levels instead of 20, this meant that instead of being power locked around power 16, you were power locked around level 40 to 45. This meant that you had to level up 15 times minimum whilst power locked. The only ways to speed up progression to obtain the legendary card Adept in your level hand and Mark of the Lone Warrior, which was only obtainable by completing Trial of 1. Unlike verse 2, verse 1 did not have several luxuries that verse 2 did. Things such as Mystic, Air Dash especially, guild bases, and much more. Progressing without Air Dash is extremely difficult whether you think so or not, and makes movement much slower, which can heavily slow down progression. Guild bases were a major improvement to the game, not only just for quick healing, protection, mystic, banking, and equipment smelting, mantra modifying, and more, but also for climbing up mountains. It made climbing much easier and quicker to get to the place you needed to be. Things such as washing your face every progression, uncapping your medium, and doing stat point uncap quests with every progression was not an entertaining task either. Speaking of guild bases, these were some of the most important additions to progression in verse 1. Having a guild base also allowed you to quickly teleport with friends and by yourself, making getting around to places that you needed to be quicker. Having a guild base also now basically gives all the perks that Voidwalker does, except for the realistic teleport, water, and progression style. Progression style was much more different in verse 1 as well. People now just usually go Deepbound or Voidwalker, and then kill bosses at around 16 or 17 powers. Back then, people went from Lower Rezia to Songseeker to Hive, and then finally either went to Duke and Duke solely, or went to the depths. Another very annoying thing in verse 1 was talents. In verse 2, there are certain talents such as Mercy Kill and Engage that you get through just leveling up to a certain power, or killing Duke at 75 medium, light, or heavy that you had to get through talent hands, making your build have less chance of getting all the cards it needs. The final thing I will be talking about for this video is luck. As we all know from my previous video, nobody likes luck, nobody liked luck, and nobody will ever like luck. Luck was a mechanic that requires you to kill players higher than you, or kill mobs such as Sharkos to obtain it, and will majorly impact your build. It made you go out of your way just to kill someone so that you could level up to get the rares / legendaries needed for your build that could easily spin back on a max level slot or have 5 friends with them. Guys, thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, please subscribe as I'm trying to hit 500 subscribers this year. As you probably have noticed, this is a part 2 to my other video which is on screen currently, so go watch that video. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys.